Hey guys, it's Fall here, and today I played a game of Warhammer 40,000 against my friend Stan at the gaming club that I go to. It's Chaos Space Marines up against Stan's Grey Knights. This is going to be my first game against the new Grey Knights book. And he's taken two squads of Terminators, a Librarian and a Grand Master, Land Raider, Storm Raven, rubbish truck flying ship thing, and a Dreadnought and a Dreadnought, and that's all he's got. Now, I've unluckily rolled the Annihilation mission, and this is a Spearhead deployment. He went first, and here's my corresponding deployment with all of my troops and vehicles, Land Raider and Daemon at the back, Obliterators over the right-hand side. But, what's going to be really hard about this game for me is that he's only got a very small number of kill points. They're actually very difficult ones to kill in general, and I've got quite a lot of kill points. So if I go with my normal sort of strategy and just move guys up and sacrifice some units to get into a better position to win the game, that might end up being the way that I lose, because if I sort of have half my forces left but I've wiped him out, I may well still have lost just due to, having actually lost on kill points. Anyway, should be a fun game. You get to sort of imagine the demon hunters have shown up on this planet with a very cool sort of terrain set, by the way, chasing down Zordak, Prince of Shadows, who's my demon prince, and he's carrying behind a Land Raider, knowing that the demon hunters are coming. Next image shows you in the middle of the board, he's got a servo skull, and he's got his Storm Raven gunship, which I don't really like the model. As I said, it looks like a flying rubbish dump truck, so to speak. So it was kind of funny. Next image again. This is the troops he's brought along. He's got a Terminator Grandmaster and a Librarian and Terminator armor, and 2 units of Terminators with various different assortments of weapons: double falchions, Thunderhammer, Hellbirds. And I believe they count as troops choices with the Lord choice he's got there, or the HQ choice rather. And of course he's got a Dreadnought with 2 different guns. He's got the Incinerator and the Heavy Psy Cannon, or whatever it is. These guys are all in the troop transport. So one of them's the Grandmaster's in with the Storm Raven, the Librarian is in with the Land Raider, and each with their respective squads. Next image, I've managed to steal the initiative, luckily, rolling a 6, as you can see there, very faintly in the middle of the table, and choosing just to sit back and shoot. So that goes reasonably well. If you go to the next photo, you can see quite a cool little backdrop photo of my Defiler. You can see that Zufar is standing on the ladder just to indicate that he is in that transport vehicle with his Terminators. I've also got another shot through the sort of angles and archways there of the terrain at the Storm Raven in the background. So fired at it with my battle cannon, my las cannons on the Land Raider, and the Obliterators. And if you go to the next photo, you can see the Obliterators over here as well, just moving into this little area terrain and firing off their las cannons as well. And through all of that shooting, I did get a couple of penetrating hits, but they were both 3s, knocked out his multi-melters and his heavy plasma cannons on the ship, so that's neutralized the shooting power. I really would have preferred to take it down though, so a little bit of bad luck, but it was good luck that I got the first turn in the first place, so I can't really complain. In his first turn, he moves the Storm Raven full speed ahead, flat out, turbo boosting as far as it can, straight in front of my guys. He's moving forward with his Land Raider as well, and the Dreadnought is just plodding away in the background to fire its gun, heavy plasma gun, I believe, heavy plasma cannon rather, or just a plasma cannon to be politically correct, but not causing any damage with his shooting this turn, luckily. Next image shows you a bit of a view as to what's going on. He's a little bit too far away from my backdrop vehicles way back there, but he's going to be able to land very shortly and start doing some damage. Next image, I've moved around slightly with my Rhino so that I can fire the melter guns from the Rhino hull through the fire points at the Storm Raven, hopefully at close range to be able to kill it. And if you go to the next photo, what I've done here is I've moved these other 2 Rhinos around closer to his Land Raider just so I can flank him and sort of move into better positions the next turn. Now, looking back at this game after I played it, I realized this is probably an error here. What I should have done is kept these 2 Rhinos back so that if he went forward to engage me, I would have been able to counterattack with the Land Raider and the Demon Prince. Normally that's what I do, and I don't know why I didn't sort of execute that plan this time. Maybe not enough pressure on me, it's not a tournament game, but splitting my forces up like that is a bit of a silly thing to do, especially when the strength of your opponent's army is the fact that his units on their own are very powerful, and the weakness of his army is that he's got so few guys that you can easily sort of put in a lot of damage in one turn and hopefully seal the deal just due to weight of numbers. So next photo, I have luckily managed to blow his Storm Raven down, and we've just put that 3-inch template to mark where the cover of the crater will be. So that leaves him with 5 Terminators plus the Grandmaster there, but luckily the Storm Raven's down. So that's +1 kill point to me, 1-0 to Chaos Space Marines. And in the next photo, these other rhinos basically are going to have to hang out there while the Land Raider moves over here and shoots at them, and possibly even dropping squads. But they've put their smoke launchers up as well. One of them has lost a weapon, that's the Twin Link Bolters. In the background, he's basically just, I know there's a lot of lighting back there, but he's trying to move forward to the oblets. So next photo, here's really what I feared would happen, and he's unloading his Terminators here, and he's got a few options. He can blow up the tanks with his Land Raider, he can assault one of the tanks and kill it, he can use various different shooting and psychic powers to kill it as well. This particular librarian is kitted out with the works. He's got, you know, the ability to cast a lot of psychic powers. Next photo shows you what's happened here. He's fired some sort of template psychic power. You guys can look it up and tell me what it was, but he's shot it, and it does a single penetrating hit to a vehicle, and that's exploded the rhino that the Berserkers were in, and they are standing in a crater now, and probably will be assaulted. Next image, bit of a blurry one, but his Terminators assaulting the Obliterators, and unbelievably, like just absolutely could not believe this, he missed a lot of his attacks and wounds, and the wounds that he did get off, I passed about, say, 4 out of 5 of them with just pure and vulnerable saves, so extremely lucky, and the Obliterators just incredibly attacking back with Power Fists, knocking the Grandmaster on the head and killing him, and we had to double check his rules. He's got Iron Halo, but he's got 3 wounds, he's toughness 4, he doesn't have Eternal Warrior, he is dead, and that gives me yet another kill point, although Stan's got 1 from killing the Rhino now, and probably another 1 from killing the Berserkers in a minute, but this actually means that he loses the combat, and unbelievably, the Terminators don't have Fearless, so they actually fell back as a result of losing that combat. Couldn't believe it. Next image, the Terminators moving in against the Berserkers over here, and predictably killing them all. I tried to get a strike back, and I think I managed to kill one with a strike back Power Fist or something like that, and killed one of their number, but that was all I could manage, and after that he consolidated all the way back to the Land Raider to, you know, end up inside it at the end. Well, in a position that he could sort of embark on at the start of his next turn. Next photo, I've had to move back with my other rhinos and just get into a better position. I'm just creeping around further with my main attack force, which is the main strike force here, the counterattack force, which is the Land Raider, Demon Prince, and Defiler. But I don't want to get too close because I'd rather be the one initiating the assault here. I'd rather be the one getting the attacks. And so far, he's made a couple of rolls for his Dread Knight, still hasn't shown up. Next image, the Terminators here have fallen back, and my Obliterators can't pursue them because they're in Terminator armor. So that means in my following turn I can just rip them to pieces with Twin Link Plasma Gun shots, which I did. So that gives me another killer point right there, and I'm feeling quite happy about, you know, the luck that I've experienced in that little run there. Next photo, the Dreadnought sees this and keeps stomping forward, fires away with his heavy plasma gun, and I think destroys another one of the Obliterators in the background. Next photo, though, moving forward with just one of my rhinos, and this has a troop squad in it, and firing melter guns close range, but I'm not sure if I managed to get the job done here. So in the next photo, I moved the other rhino and the other Land Raider, well, the Land Raider, up forward. So he's dealing with my whole army here, and hopefully I can pop the Land Raider with some close-range melter gun shots, and then assault the guys inside with just about everything I've got, and get the 2 or 3 kill points that are there, and hopefully win. Next image, the Dread Knight has finally showed up though, and scatters into a location where he is pretty much out of trouble, but he fires his guns at the Rhino, not managing to kill it. Some pretty shoddy rolling there, but he did need, I think, 5s and 6s with his flamer anyway, his super flamer I should say. Next image, Dreadnought moving forward as well, going to get into combat with the Oblets, and he should be able to pick himself up a point here. I think I had a crack at his Dreadnought with long-range multi-melter shots or whatever I had, but I didn't manage to take it down, unfortunately. Next image, unfortunately, the rhino sitting out here in the picture has been hit by a one and a two, sorry, a one on the no a two on the vehicle damage chart, meaning it can't move or shoot. And what I've done is I've disembarked with the other Chaos Space Marine squad and moved the other rhino back and looking to shoot at his land raider with close range with melter guns. And then if he counterattacks me, he'll only be able to kill the one squad, get the one kill point, and then I can counter assault with all the rest of my stuff and get the 2 kill points. The Dread Knight will be heading up shortly, but I'm just going to have to try and do what I can. Next image, having a look around here, I've moved the Land Raider and Demon Prince just around to the side so that they can get into combat with the guys that pop out of the Land Raider later on. But I'm just going to have to try and pop it first. And in fact, in the next photo, I do pop it with the 2 melter guns and then assault with the Chaos Space Marines. I have changed my list slightly since the last event I was in. These guys have got the Mark of Khorne, the Ike of Khorne. So moving in, I had about 28 attacks. My rolling was really, really bad, but I still managed to kill a Terminator, which is why I assaulted. I wanted to kill at least one. And in his counterattacking, he also did very badly, killing several of them, but it didn't wipe out the squad. So I fell back. He couldn't actually pursue me due to his Terminator armor, and that meant we were going to go on for another round, and I might potentially keep my squad alive too. So that was very fortunate. Next photo, the Dreadnought has moved in to attack the Obliterator, but fluffs his attacks, and the Obliterator strikes back with his Power Fist and immobilizes it, so that will at least keep it out of the game, if not get me a kill point at the next turn if I'm really lucky. And next photo, yes, indeed, the Space Marines, Chaos Space Marines have retreated. The Terminators have consolidated into the terrain there. And in the following turn, if we go to the next photo, they move up as much as they can. This will stop me from rallying my Chaos Space Marines. And he'll be able to assault in the following turn. In the next photo, he flies over here with his Dread Knight and starts shooting away at whatever he can. I'm not too sure why he did an assault, but just made some choices to shoot his guns around, doing virtually nothing really. And in what is the final photo of the game, the Librarian and his cohorts smash the Defiler with the help of some psychic powers, which gives them extra strength and an extra dice roll on the damage tables. And this destroyed the Defiler as well, and after we counted up the kill points, we had 4 each, meaning it was a draw. But after that had happened, after I packed up all my guys and gone home for the day, I actually, thinking back about the game, I actually realised that I lost because the fleeing squad of Chaos Space Marines would have counted as a lost kill point. So just in my head, I'm going to count it up again. Maybe that's wrong. He destroyed the Berserkers and their Rhino, so that's 2 points. And he destroyed the Obliterators in the end for a 3rd point, and he would have killed... No, actually didn't kill the Obliterators in the end, but he killed the Defiler for a 3rd point. So yes, the fleeing Chaos Space Marines would have counted as 4 points, whereas with me, I killed a Storm Raven, I killed his Terminator squad and the Grand Master, and I killed his Land Raider, and that was it, so 4 apiece. And I think he was... No, he would have been up to 5 because he did kill the Obliterator in the end. In fact, guys, can't quite remember, so as to the outcome of this game, couldn't tell you, but I can tell you that I made some mistake this game, and I was a little bit unlucky to have had to face Grey Knights with an Annihilation mission, and not really deploying my troops, and moving my troops in the first few turns as well as I could. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Bit of a fun game, and first game against Grey Knights, so thanks for watching.